What is that we're looking at?
It's a prayer complex.
Right.
They didn't call it the mosque, they called it a prayer complex.
Okay. We're still in the school environment here. Just coming up into their garden areas. How many acres?
17.
It's good, huh? Garden area here of the grounds. These are potato fields. And in the background is the prayer area again.
No. This is potatoes.
Where we come from, that's the major thing that they grow.
Potato. You must be having very big potatoes.
Oh, Long Island.
Long Island?
I didn't realize that Long Island's major. I wouldn't know.
I would say I don't know. And what two things? One is water and the second is potato. Now what's this big hole?
That's a cat, isn't it?
This is a kind of mustard.
We've just had tea and some very delicious fried potatoes. Fulke, what did you like the best, Fulke?
The potato latkes.
Okay.
Just like
That's the Bahai Lotus Temple.
Smiley sector.
It's a gray day, so I don't know if this is going to come out.
It originated in somewhere near Iran, but they are quite sort of like you have Protestants and Catholics. They are very moderate, lenient people.
Not so fundamental.
They are not fundamental.
Here's a typical street scene in Delhi. A lot of motor scooters and tuk-tuks. And there's a double window here between the passenger section and the driver's section, which is unusual. Glassed off for safety purposes.
All the major ministries are up there in North and South Block, like Prime Minister's Office, Home Ministry, Defense Ministry, Ministry of Finance. Actually, they have used the red color and the light color sandstone in a contrast here. As you can look at these buildings, the Parliament House, which is for two houses of Parliament, upper house and lower house, and the two similar looking blocks on the left and right. On the left is South Block because it is towards south, North Block to the north, and Home Ministry, Prime Minister's Office, Defense Ministry, Finance Ministry, all the ministries are out there, and residence for President of India. That was built by the British as the residence for Viceroy. Lord Mountbatten was the last Viceroy who lived in here, and since independence that has become the official residence of President of India, and that is believed to be one of the biggest president's house in the world with more than 340 rooms in it. And when Viceroy used to live in there was a staff of 2,000 people to serve him, more than 400 gardeners and 75 small boys just to chase the birds from the garden.
Is it possible to visit the president?
But not into the building, unless you have some special permission, and then only will let you. Otherwise, yes, sir. You are asking these fencing.
It's the Viceroy Palace back
The
there.
temple would be on this side. That was fun.
There's some horse troops going across the street there. And around the corner, if I can get them, there's some camels.
I mean, all these wars and everything, and all the stealing and these somehow.
That is even wrong. Since then it has become a memorial to the memory of unknown. The memorial matches so well with India Gate, it looks like a part of India Gate. You don't feel that something is missing from there. So, the parking is actually not allowed here. You can take pictures from. No, parking is not allowed. You have to take pictures from
I did, thank you.
be red and round only. But now it is a part. Much remains inside the fort because it was plundered and lost from the wall. And ultimately in 1857, British took over the fort and they destroyed 80% of the fort buildings and built barracks for British Army. So Indian Army is living in those barracks to flow on the other side of the fort, which was a natural defense from that side. And now you can see the difference between old and new Delhi. See the crowd, so many people here. That is a temple, the red one is a Jain temple on the left, and next to the Jain temple you see a white one, that is a Hindu temple, and further ahead you can see a gold dome, that is a Sikh temple. So on this street we have temple of all faith and religion, Jain, Hindu, Sikh, Christian church, several mosques, everything on that street. So you can see it's a crowded place, so as I told you, stay with the group. And just be careful with the army only, because as I told you that when British took over the fort, they destroyed the buildings and built barracks for British Army, and Indian Army is living in those barracks. So about 80% of the fort is still under army. Shah Jahan completed this fort in 9 years, started in 1639 and completed in 16 of this fort.
Still the Red Fort. We're just leaving the Red Fort area now. The guy's gonna come up here with postcards. This postcard shot. The whole strip is for 50 rupees. No, 50 rupees. 50. One strip for 50 rupees. 50. And the set of postcards, Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, all places, four booklets are for 100 rupees. Anybody interested? South Africa to practice as barrister. In 1915, he came back to India and devoted himself to the cause of freedom. Through his effort, which was very unique and based on non-violence, we got independence on 15th August 1947, but he was killed in Delhi on 30th January 1948, just 6 months after independence, by a fanatic Hindu who didn't believe in his ideas when he was going for his evening prayer. So every day in the evening at Prime Minister, other leaders, they come and offer homage to him. And on Friday, as you can see today, some people sit down here, they do spinning, as he believed in wearing homemade clothes and he wanted others also to wear homemade clothes. That's a sort of homage to him. As you can see, this is very simple but very soothing, peaceful and eye-catching, and he would have preferred something like this for himself rather than a big elaborate building like Taj Mahal. On top of the platform, it's written in Hindi, Hey Ram. Ram is the name of one of Hindu god. So Hey Ram actually means Oh God. Those were the last words uttered by Mahatma Gandhi. Before dying 3 times he said Hey Ram, and he died. And Mahatma Gandhi did quite a lot for socially lower class people also, as Hindus have caste system. So the lowest caste, who were known as untouchable, they were supposed to live on the outside of the villages. They could not enter a temple. They were not allowed to mix with higher caste people. Here's a view of parrots sitting in a tree out our hotel room in New Delhi. It's a green parrot with a long tail. There's about 6 or 7 of them in the tree. Sometimes there's been 10 or 12. See if I can zoom in.